Hi, welcome to the Park Moms Podcast. We're your host, Haley.
And Becca.
This is a place where we laugh and chat about the chaotic bliss of raising young kids.
So whether you're about to take a hot mom walk or start a little laundry, let's get to yapping.
Let's get to yapping. It has been a minute.
It really has.
A minute. We're something about us. We're tired.
Yeah.
We're really tired. And the hard thing is, we've mentioned this on the podcast before, but we record at night.
Yeah.
So we're like, literally, our husbands are both putting our kids down right now, trying to get them to bed. It's the end of the day. We've both worked a full day and taken care of kids all day. And then we have to come on the podcast, and sometimes we're so brain dead.
Yes. Like, we've had, multiple times this has been scheduled, and we just are like, oh, it's not going to work tonight. Or one of us is sick, or I had to travel out of town for work. We've had a lot of conflicts, and so we kind of were like, let's just at least try to do the podcast once a month, if not, every or twice a month. But every time we do it, we always enjoy it.
Yes, but also it's funny because every time one of us would be like, hey, how are you feeling? And the other one would be like, I can't do it. And be like, good, because me neither. There was also a lot going on. Springtime as a mom is crazy. The sports, I swear there's more birthday parties. I feel like everyone is reemerging right now, which I think is really fun. But I'm also like, hold on, I need to pace myself a little bit.
The funny thing, too, is we're about to, get into even the crazier. I always feel like May is one of the craziest months.
No, I know.
And we're, almost there. We're tiptoeing there right now. But, yeah, I feel like we've been so busy. We're also, postpartum and pregnant, which, adds to everything. But I do
literally everything.
Feel like this month, for whatever reason, has felt, crazy busy.
I know. How are you managing it? I was going to ask you this. How are you managing your schedules? Because I know Colson's in a lot of sports and activities. Do you guys have a family calendar? Do you have, how are you dealing with the mental load of just, the scheduling, especially as a working mom?
First thing, I'm not. Just kidding. I think,
yes, you are.
Okay, tactical tips. One thing I did, this is, such a random thing, but it's really helped, is I've added my husband to all the group messages that I'm in.
I was literally going to say that tonight. Add dads to the group text.
Yes.
I sent out, I'm coaching soccer again.
Yep.
And I was creating the text, and it's all the moms that are on the text. And do you know what I did? I added my husband because I was like, I don't want to have to relay the information to him. He can be in the text.
Yeah.
Add dads to the group text. I'm so glad I was literally going to talk about that.
It's very tactical, but it really works. Colson has a game in Hebrew this weekend. And
for lacrosse?
For lacrosse, clear in Hebrew.
So far.
And I was telling Sam, I'm like, where's the game? I don't know why. In my mind, it was somewhere else. He's like, no, it's in Hebrew. I was in the text. And I'm like, oh, it's so nice to have two brains on it versus just or if practice gets canceled, one of us sees it. So I would say that's one tactical.
I love that though, because I think as moms, we think oh, we need to handle that, or we don't want to put more on our husband's plate, which I don't know why we feel that way. I think that's just very much a mom thing to do, to be oh, I'll organize the kids' sports. They can be in the group text. And
they
I
actually being looped in.
Yes, they do. So yeah.
That's a tactical tip. Another thing is I'm not the best at this, but I do think it does help, and I think we're good at this together, is lean on your community. Mm-hmm. When you we're doing swim lessons together, for example, and we're tag teaming drop off and pick up. Mm-hmm. I have another mom on his lacrosse team where we're she'll do pick up and I'll do drop off or whatever, and those type of things it's very small, but it makes a big difference when you're not doing every single pickup and every single drop off.
But even the coordinating of oh, who's picking up and who's dropping off today, you are very good at that. And I probably wouldn't sign my kids up for anything if it wasn't for you, because you are okay, I did the research. We're doing swim lessons here. And I'm great. I'm so grateful for you. I need to be better about that. I don't know. It's hard to move into we're really going into the whole world of sports and activities right now.
Yeah.
And it's kind of overwhelming. And it kind of makes me just want to be no, I want everyone to stay home.
Yes.
I just want us to be home.
Do you know, I can't remember what her Instagram handle is. Her name's Shannon Tripp, though. She's the nurse who did a bunch of
I've heard of her.
Yeah, she, I was reading her Instagram today, and she did a thing rules for our family.
Yeah.
And one thing she did is she said, no sports before 5, and then only one sport per season, which I'm that is actually smart. And I've heard of other moms who'll just do even one sport per kid. You only get it.
That's what we did. You had to choose one. And my parents let us test a few things, but once you showed passion and interest in one, it was kind of that was your thing.
Yeah.
I've also heard moms do one creative one and one, or one music one and then one sport one, which I'm but if you have, okay, I have 4 kids, you're going to have 4 kids. You times that, but 4 times 2.
Yeah.
Don't make me do
8.
the math. Just kidding.
4 times 2. What would
4
that be?
times 2. It's like,
seen that
but,
TikTok where it's like what my wife types into her. Like, I don't have to check if my wife is cheating on me. I just have to laugh at her like 4 times 2 in her calculator.
I think it says, I don't care if my husband reads my text, but I'm terrified if he reads my calculator, my calculator app, because it's like 2 plus 12. What's worse is I'll be like, chat, what is 2 plus 12?
We're so reliant now, though.
We've talked about chat a lot on the podcast, but I feel like every day I'm using it more and more.
Oh, yeah.
More and more. And I'm not mad about it.
It's saving lives for sure.
I have an assistant. Okay, I have to say, first I have to dress the elephant in the room that I am dressed like a tablecloth.
I like it.
I am a full tablecloth,
I like gingham.
I was eating dinner tonight.
That's gingham, right?
Yeah, it's gingham. I was eating dinner tonight, and my husband took his B-reel of me, and so I went and looked at his B-reel. It's me sitting wearing this outfit with a gingham tablecloth on my table and gingham pillows behind me, and I was like, damn, that's a lot. Note to self, I just slow my roll on the gingham, but tonight I'm cosplaying as a tablecloth for a picnic.
It really fits you though. Like
spring
I feel
vibes.
like gingham spring vibes. I feel like gingham is you. So
But I also heard someone say one time that gingham is the new chevron.
Oh no.
Do you remember chevron?
Oh yeah.
Oh, chevron, when we were 2012, when I was graduating high school, my grad announcements were rainbow chevron on the back with a picture of me on the front, like a little blue sweater and a bubble necklace. Like that was the vibe. I found it the other day and I was like, oh, what is this?
The style has definitely changed. It's always funny to see some of it come back around. A style like
chevron can't come back.
No, chevron can't come back. Another style I can't get behind right now, capris. I hate them. Especially like the legging capris. It's
really?
Like it is just so much cuter to have like ankle length or a little shorter than ankle than like right below the knee. Like that looks good on nobody. Are you kidding me?
I don't hate it, but I hate jorts. We're switching positions because I remember last spring we were talking about like trends and you loved jorts and I was like, you can't catch me in a jort. I actually think the capri can be pulled off by someone.
Who?
I'm gonna
by
say
who?
I'm Avery Woods. She posted in a capri. It looked fire. I'm going to send it to you.
I'm not here for the capri. I've seen the Kardashians been wearing them and I hate them. Especially
you hate
with
them?
like
the Kardashians or you hate capris?
The capris. Especially with a kitten heel or something. I'm like, what is life? Like that is horrendous.
Do you like a kitten heel though?
Yeah.
I don't own a single pair of heels. Like,
I don't wear heels.
One pair. I don't either.
I don't mind it for other people though.
No, like I appreciate on other people. Also, like how are you chasing kids in a kitten heel?
True.
You aren't.
Are you? Okay, actually, I'm sidetracking. It's kind of a fashion sidetrack. Did you watch like any of like the Coachella stuff? Are you following that at all?
Yes, and I'm dying because I'm looking at other girls my age right now and their Coachella outfits, and I almost want to do a video of like girls my age at Coachella, and then there's me in my kitchen, just like no bra and like a mom outfit with 4 kids running around. Like the juxtaposition is crazy.
Well, I was telling Sam, I'm like, we are aging out of like Coachella. Like we're about to pass the age where like we could go to Coachella and it'd be normal. Like,
you think?
Yes.
What about stage? Have you been to Coachella? I haven't.
No, but I feel like the people
Next
who
year?
go are like early 30s. And
Next
like,
year, should we go?
it's not even like, yes, let's go. It's not even like our age exactly. It's our stage of life. Like it doesn't make sense.
That is true.
For us to go to Coachella
That
anymore.
is true. Like we would be there checking our baby monitors at Coachella. Like, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Did you see the outfits though? Like what did you like or dislike?
I don't like that low rise is getting lower and lower and that the shorts are getting smaller and smaller. And I know that makes me sound like a millennial, but I mostly don't like it because I've had 4 kids. The micro shorts will never look good on me. I don't care how much weight I lose, what I do. The micro shorts are never going to, I hate them. I hate the micro shorts. And I've seen a lot of micro shorts at Coachella.
Yeah, micro shorts as well as the like little pleather skirts. I think if I was going to go, I'd be pregnant, so my belly be out. And then.
Which would be a vibe.
Yeah, it'd be a vibe. I wear the pleather skirt and then a swimsuit top. I feel like that's all it is. It's just like swimsuit
No, it is.
top.
But how are the skirts getting small? The skirts, I'm not kidding. I sound like such a mom right
they
now.
really are this.
They literally are like.
You do sound like a mom.
I know, like their skirts are so short. No, and like I love a short skirt. I love when girls slut it up a little bit, you know? But like to me, I'm just wondering how are they actually wearing that without their whole butt hanging out?
Yeah, I think we were lucky most of the times we've been postpartum, the mom jean and mom short was like pretty in style.
And
like,
now it's the micro short.
Yeah, and the low rise. So I don't know how that's going to be for
Which
me
I've
postpartum.
actually kind of changed my tune on the low rise.
Yeah.
Because I think it used to be all about the high rise, but once you have a fupa,
What's
the
a
high
fupa?
rise, fat upper beep area.
Yes, exactly.
I don't know what I was saying about a fupa. Oh, okay. I was
Once you
saying,
have a fupa.
when you have very high-waisted jeans, it kind of pushes down the fupa and like accentuates it.
Yeah.
Which I have found out is a mid-rise is actually the perfect postpartum jean.
Okay.
Because it kind of like cuts your fupa in half instead of like squishing it. Does that make sense?
Yes. I also feel like a great alternative if you're not able to get into the jeans is like just a looser pant. Because
I love a loose pant.
nothing looks good. Like it's not good to squeeze into jeans. Like it's
No.
better just to have it be loose.
No, it's better to have it be loose.
Which
Yeah.
is in style. Like a loose pant is in style.
Which, let me shout out Gap Factory, not sponsored. Like Gap Factory and
Sponsor
Gap
us.
and Old Navy have some very good mid-rise baggy pants that can work for pregnancy, postpartum. Shout out. I should post some on our stories because honestly,
Yes.
I have done the Lord's work when it comes to finding postpartum
I need
pants.
these because
this
I just
spring.
wear sweats.
No, I will send you some. It's all about a cotton linen blend, so they're breathable.
Okay.
I'll send you some links. I'll send
Okay.
you some links, and I'll post some links.
Spring shopping, girls.
I do have to say, too, another thing is if anyone has ever wondered, like, I wonder who's a better mom, like Becca or Haley. Like, if they're ever listening to the pod, and they're like, I wonder who's a better mom. I just have to tell you, Becca is because
What?
her son told me because we were at Walmart. I think I already told you this. We're at Walmart, and I have my baby, my 3 other kids, and Becca's oldest son, Colson. And I was at my wit's end. Not with Colson, with my kids.
Yeah.
I was so done with my kids. My oldest, Elsie, who's Colson's age, throws a fit. And so I had to get on her level. And I have to get on her level to like snap her out of it. And I'm like, Elsie, you better stop right now. Kind of gritting my teeth. I wasn't yelling. But then 5 minutes later, we're walking through Walmart and Colson goes, Haley, that really scared me when you were getting mad at Elsie. And then he goes, my mom never gets mad like that.
No.
She never gets mad like that. And she's a way better mom. Which is honestly the reality check I needed to probably take a deep breath and not be so mad at my kids. But I was dying
That
when he
is
said
hilarious.
that.
Well, he definitely takes after me. As a kid, I spoke my mind. I
He
didn't care.
thinks very highly of you.
I did not care if I like would just say something, and he does speak his mind, so I can appreciate that, but I don't know if it's necessarily true because I definitely get mad at him. And whenever I get mad, he'll always say like, "You scared me, Mom," and like it is like a kind of a bad feeling. I'm like, sorry, like I didn't want to scare you.
Also, my 4-year-old Blair, I'll be like, Blair, get upstairs, go put your pajamas on and get in bed. I'm not going to tell you again. And she'll be like, you hurt my feelings. And I'm like, y'all are too soft. Like, you guys are too soft. Like, I didn't hurt your feelings. I am telling you what to do.
Yeah.
So, like, my kids will do the same thing. Like, that scared me. I'm like, no, you need to be a little scared of me. I'm still scared of my parents. My dad calls. I'm 31 years old. I have my 4 kids of my own. My dad calls. My heart still drops just like a teensy bit because it goes back to when I'm in high school and my dad's calling me and I'm probably in trouble.
That
Like,
is hilarious.
Can we normalize our kids just being like a little bit scared of us? In a healthy way.
In a healthy way, exactly. I think the pendulum, though, of like extreme gentle parenting is swinging back. Like it's not.
Yeah.
Like I don't think gentle parenting is like the vibe anymore. Like I
No.
think it's like a good mix of like not disregarding their emotions but still holding them accountable.
Yes. And we've talked a lot about this, just like you and me, about how gentle parenting doesn't work for every kid.
No,
So
it doesn't. And I think like, yeah, it's going to be a tricky one. Like imagine when they start getting older and they really start dealing with like mental health issues.
Yeah.
Like we'll be the first generation to really be aware of that, which is just like going to be so interesting to have the parent towards that.
I have so many thoughts on this.
We
which,
were going to do this on the next
I was
episode,
going to say,
right? Okay.
we'll save this for the next episode.
So if you want to learn about mental health and our mental health.
And all of the mental health things. Okay, I'm trying to think what other things that I want to actually say. Look, I literally had on here, add dads to the group text. That was on my notes.
Hilarious. I didn't even see that.
Okay, what
We're
are
on the same page.
your life updates?
Life update number 1. I've been trying to budget. It is hard. It is
hard.
incredibly hard.
Yeah.
It's getting easier though. I did take some of
Good.
your tips.
Okay. What were they? What tips did I give you?
A while ago, you told me delete the Amazon app. Mm-hmm. It is helpful.
Yeah.
And even if I end up needing to buy something, it literally takes so much effort to like re-download the app, log in, like, and I really have to think through it.
And when you don't have the app, what I'll do is I will text Camden what we need to get from Amazon, which like creates another like barrier.
Like, do we need this?
Yes. Do we actually need this? And not me just buying stuff. Like he'll be like, wait, why are you getting this? And then I'll be like, I actually don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Because like, you do get a lot of like random purchase on Amazon that you don't need. Also made me realize, did you know Amazon is $149 a year?
I had no idea.
I'm like really watching our charges right now.
Yeah, you really are.
And that's one thing. It's like that's a subscription for it. But so that's helped. The biggest shift we've made is just eating at home versus eating out. Like that's pretty much the main thing we're doing. And one thing that's helped with that, which I'm pretty sure you also told me, is previously we mostly shopped at Costco. Mm-hmm. So you didn't tell me this one specifically, but my goal is every time we go to Costco to never spend over, we go once a week still, but I don't ever spend over $250, which is hard to do at Costco.
You go to Costco every single week?
Our basics we get at Costco, like milk,
we do too.
eggs, and we go through milk, dog food,
diapers, wipes,
fruit.
I have to get formula. Yeah.
So we do like meats, like we get bulk meat and everything there. So like every week we do need some stuff there. And like even just the milk we buy there, we go through in a week.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
do you go on Saturdays?
We usually go Sundays.
That's the best day.
It's the best day. And it's funny because you see people in their church clothes. Yes. I actually had to run to Smith's on Sunday and it was so funny.
It's literally everyone in their church clothes.
Yeah. I like needed something. I was baking a cake. I was being incredibly domestic.
Wait, I saw that.
Yeah.
What was that for?
I have it in the fridge. You can have some just for fun.
You just made a cake for fun? Okay.
I will
Martha
say,
Stewart.
Cooking at home is making me like want to try more recipes and stuff. So that's been positive. But anyways, I go into Smith's and it's like a bunch of dads in their church clothes looking frantically around the store. Like, what am I needing to get for my wife?
Yep, that sounds
It was hilarious.
Right.
Okay, but the other tip you gave me, so I try to budget what we buy at Costco and then like one-off things like an onion or an avocado, instead of like buying any of that stuff in bulk, even fruit, I've been doing less. Mm-hmm. I got Walmart delivery and I spend like $50 on that a week of just like little things that make it easier to cook at home, like
That's
cilantro,
exactly
broccoli, like, because if you don't have those things, your meals kind of suck.
Yeah, but you can't get all those things when you're only shopping at Costco because then you don't even have the pantry space to do that. That's exactly what we do. We actually probably do go to Costco once a week, but I'll grab like one or two things, but then I end up
You have the good snacks at your house, though.
I did?
Yeah. Good to-go bars, puff bars.
I had just gone to Costco.
Popcorn.
I had just
you
gone
had
to Costco.
Pirate Booty. My kids were stealing all her snacks.
I love
Sam's
it.
like, should we Venmo them? I'm like,
no,
honestly, yeah.
No. You feed my kids all the time. That is something too. It's so nice to have friends that like you don't have to stress about that stuff. Like you don't have to be like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Like they're doing this. It's just like, dude, I'll get your kids on the next one.
Exactly. It's so true.
So
and
nice.
Kids love the snacks at other people's houses. But yeah, basically, long story short, budgeting has been very annoying. Like it's hard to do in this day and age. So if you're on a budget and you're trying to save, like just no respect, because I feel like it is way harder than I expected.
Well, things are only getting more and more and more expensive.
And just things like add up, like when it's like, oh, I have to get my car registered. There's just so many random expenses.
I have a thought about expenses. Okay. We are in the phase right now where every kid is having a freaking birthday party. Can we just all decide as moms to like maybe go cheaper on the gifts for each other or not do gifts? Like
I know, that's a tricky
hard.
one.
It's hard because the kids want gifts.
It's like the whole reason of the party.
It's the whole reason of the party, but like we are spending, I feel like $30 every week on a gift.
And they're not necessarily utilizing.
And I like
using them.
And like thank you to all the moms that came if they're listening to my daughter's birthday party, but she got so much stuff that I was just like, I don't even know what to do with all of this. And you know me, I hate stuff.
We should solution on that because I do get the point of view, but I also think like Colson, he was saying, Walker, you need to have a birthday party because everyone's going to bring you a gift. But then I end up like not using them and throwing a lot of them away.
I know, so it feels wasteful. So like what else, I don't know, if anyone has an idea of like what we can be getting each other's kids as gifts that's not just crap.
I do think clothes for girls can be a good alternative because they still like that. Like I've been getting that for my nieces for their birthdays.
That's smart.
And like they still
How do you
like,
know what size they are? Like I'm talking about like friends gifts, or like we're
true.
doing a lot
Friends
of friend
would
parties.
Be kind of awkward.
Like
with
it would be
that,
hard. Yes. Like I don't really want
people
like,
choosing their
school
size.
friends choosing their clothes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. maybe like a craft or an activity you can do together.
That is something I always try to do, is a craft that like the kids can do and throw away. I've been doing that, and Walmart has some great options that are a little bit cheaper.
You should ask your friend, the toy testing sisters.
Sisters.
Yeah, like
Ask
see
her.
like what's actually something that like
It's worth it.
is worth it, or like you can buy it over and over again. Like I actually don't mind getting like Play-Doh or stuff like that, because I'm like,
She does
you
have on
need
her
that.
website, like you can literally say like, what do I get for a gift for an 11-year-old boy or a 6-year-old girl? Like they have gift guides for that. So if you, that actually, go to toytestingsisters.com or their
Yeah.
Instagram and check it out, because they do have good solutions. I'm just like, I feel like I'm doing a Walmart pickup for a gift and a gift bag every single week.
Do you know what I think we need to do is bulk buy gifts. Like figure out whatever a good gift is. Like maybe it's a coloring book, maybe it's
People have a lot of people I know will do like a gift drawer where
Yeah.
we'll just like kind of stock up, so that if it's someone's birthday party, they like don't have to scramble. They just like, oh, take it from the gift
or
drawer.
like maybe their favorite drink or candy bar. Like kids love that just as much as they love a
that's
toy.
true. That's
Okay,
true.
let's think through that.
That was a random side note.
Okay, my second life update is that I'm in like the weirdest phase of pregnancy right now. One thing that's good is I actually am starting to feel better. Like this is the first week where I haven't thrown up all week. So that's good.
So
That's good. But it's weird because I was literally ChatGPTing this today. I'm like, why do I honestly feel like I'm feeling worse at night? Like more nauseous than I was. And I don't know, maybe it's because I'm not as nauseous in the day, so I'm feeling it more intensely
yeah,
or something. But I'm just like,
how are you feeling right now? Nauseous?
I'm distracted, so I feel like I'm actually okay.
Okay, don't think about it.
Don't think about it. It actually did give me the tip. They're like, anxiety can really amplify in your like second trimester. Am I second trimester? Yeah. When
Yeah,
does
you for
second
sure.
trimester end?
You're for sure. How many weeks are you?
I'm almost 24 weeks.
I think third trimester starts at like 27 or 28 weeks.
Anyways, and so it's like the anxiety can also like make you feel worse.
Yeah.
And then like if you're starting to feel better, like you also might not like eat as frequently or drink as frequently, and so it's just like staying on top of that too.
Yeah, that's true. And are you feeling dehydrated at all? Because that can make
Yeah.
you feel nauseous at night. So are you drinking your Relight?
No,
Not
I need
sponsored.
to be. It's like, do you know those things where you're like, I know I need to do this, but I really don't want to?
Yes.
That's the vibe right now.
No, that's how I feel my entire pregnancy. And it's almost hard when people are like, have you tried this? You're like, it just sucks. Just shut up. Like, just shut up and like let me not feel good. Okay, third trimester starts at 28 weeks.
Okay, so I still have like 4
So
more
you
months.
still have time.
Or sorry, 4 more months, 4 more weeks of that.
I was gonna say, ugh.
Speaking of pregnancy, I went to dinner with my friends the other night, and they were basically like, you're crazy. You need to find out the gender. Like, I think you're going to have like major disappointment at the birth. Do you think that like,
No, I don't think you will. I
Yeah.
don't think you will, because I honestly think, because to be honest, I've talked about this, but I wanted 2 boys and 2 girls because it just sounds ideal. But
Yeah.
when I met Margot and she was a girl, I wasn't even an ounce, teensy bit, little bit of sad. I had no gender disappointment, because you're meeting your baby.
Yeah.
And you're like, you're my baby. You're
Yeah.
you're whatever gender you were supposed to be. Like, you are supposed to be part of our family.
And no one
I
doesn't
think you're gonna
change
feel that way.
Yeah, I think so too.
Like-
and my default, it's a boy, but it's hard because my gut feeling is it's a girl, but my
Yeah.
default is it's a boy because that's what I know.
Yeah, and I think too, almost the idea of having a boy or girl is different than actually having a boy or a girl. Does that make sense?
Exactly.
Like, I think that like right now, you probably would be sad right now if you found out it was a boy, right?
Yeah, I think not because like I think I've said this on the podcast, not because it was a boy, but more just because I like know since it's my last, I know I want to have a girl. But I do think it would almost feel harder now than it would in the moment, because again, like you get to
No,
meet
I think
the
you're
baby.
doing the right thing.
Really? Am I
At first,
crazy?
I was like, "Are you sure you're not going to find out?" But the more we've talked about this a lot, the more we've talked about it, I think that you're actually doing the right thing.
Also, this
And
is
you've
the
made it
rebel
this
in
far.
me. Yeah, I've made it this far. The rebel in me is like, when people are like, you should not do that, I'm kind of like, I should do
Watch
it.
me.
I'm like
Ooh,
almost
watch me,
proving
watch
to
me.
myself that I can do it.
Yeah. No, Camden knows that about me. So if he wants me to do something, he'll be like, "I don't think you can do it," and I'm like, "Watch me, bitch."
Yeah. That just fueled me.
Yes.
One of
The
our
cock.
listeners wrote in, and she actually texted me, as someone who knows me, and she goes, okay, I need you to ask this on the podcast because it's driving me a little crazy. Like, I don't feel like moms watch their kids at the park. So you need to ask your like listeners, do they watch their kids at the park, for one, and like why or why not? And like, this is such a random question, but we actually got so many responses and a bunch of DMs too about
Yeah.
it. So I think it is a subject that people are passionate about. Before you go into it, tell me your point of view.
About watching my kids at the park.
Yeah.
Okay, I think it depends on who they're with, what park we're at.
Yeah.
And just kind of even the mood of my kids. Like,
Yeah.
if I know my kids are being, like, really whiny, then I'll probably watch them a little more because I know that they're just going to be, like, more sensitive or I don't know. And we like going to parks where it's more just, like, grass and field than actual, like, park. What's that called?
Yeah.
That thing?
Play places?
Play places.
Playgrounds?
Then kids can just be more creative. And then I'm not watching them as much, especially if I can, like, see them around. I'm not, like, hyper focused on them. And then it depends on the ages. Like, I'm probably going to watch my 2-year-old more, obviously, than my 6-year-old. But even then, I feel like the older kids kind of watch over your younger kids.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's fine.
I feel like my default answer is no. I don't really watch my kids at the park, and people will probably hate me for that.
No, but that's why we go, so we can actually, like, chat.
But I do try to choose an environment that's works for that. Like going to a park that's really safe. So then I'm not like worried about their safety.
Not close to the road.
Not close to the road, not like crazy things to climb on. And then it's not that busy because I think it's stressful when you go to a super busy park and like there can be like not sharing or being mean to other kids. And of course I'm like,
have I told you about my app idea?
No.
I think.
Oh, wait, yeah.
Yes. Should I share it on the pod?
Share it.
I want to create an app that basically rates parks in your area for moms, and they rate it on like safety, visibility, walking, like if there's a good walking.
Trail.
Yes, and then you can favorite your like favorite parks. Like you can put them in a folder like these are my favorite parks, or like these are parks that are good for this. And then you can actually like create an event around that park and then send it out to like a group of people and be like, going to this park at this time, whoever wants to join, and basically create park meetups.
What if
based on your favorite parks?
People?
You have to be friends with someone. Like you would text someone.
Oh, I see.
So you would be like, create a park event. So you would click like create a park event at blah 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 park, and then you would send it to like your group text of friends and be like, meeting at this park at this time.
I see. So you're
not like creating it within
randoms.
That.
Okay.
Yes, it's just like basically like sharing like almost like a Google Meet, but like
so
for
it's
a park.
almost like a Yelp for a park. Yeah.
Yes, or like All Trails. You know
Yeah.
All Trails. I love All Trails because it like rates it on like, I don't know, different things. Basically an All Trails for parks.
You could definitely easily make that, especially with AI now. Like you can just go and build an app.
No one do it. We're doing it and we're calling it the Park Bombs.
I bet if we look it up, someone's done it.
Should we do the Park Bombs? Should we make this an app?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you get on that?
Yeah. Let me just add that to my to-do list. Maybe
I'm
I'll do it
because we
this year.
both have zero time. Okay, when you're on maternity leave and
Talk
you're
to us in
starting
a
to
year.
feel a little bit better, let's create this app.
Next spring.
Okay. And if anyone has any ideas on how we could do this, we'll give you a
$1.
small percentage.
A shout out.
Okay, so this is what we got voted. Do you watch your kids at the park? Only 3% said no, it's me time. Oh my
I
gosh.
don't genuinely like no, like completely 100% not, but I do think I'm not like literally, this is probably just how I parent though. Like I'm not like sitting there and watching their every move.
Yeah, and I will hot take say we watch our kids too much. Millennials watch their kids too much. I posted about this on Instagram today. We do not need to be cruise directors for our kids, making sure to entertain them every second of every day. Let your kids be bored, let them get creative, and let them have a little bit of distance where they feel independent enough to handle things on their own without you watching over every single thing that they do. Obviously within reason, like keep them safe, make sure they're out of danger, and make sure that they're not like disrupting other people's safety or peace.
That's a big part. It's like
that's a big part.
That's why we go to places where like there's not a ton of other
but
kids.
other than that, let them be kids. Like I'm so passionate about this actually. Okay. And then yes, of course, was 52%, kind of 26%, and yes, it annoys me when people don't, 19%. So
I could see if you're really watching your kids and the other parents aren't, how annoying that would be. Like I'll admit, like I bet it is annoying if like you're like watching their every move, making sure they're okay, like treating the other kids nicely, and then there's another parent like me who's like, oh, it's okay, they can chat with them and be friends.
But
like,
also if you know your kids, if you know your kids and you know that they're nice to other kids and that they're respectful of other kids, like if I had a kid that I felt like was kind of being a bully to other kids, I'd probably watch them more.
Yeah.
But like,
and it just depends on the
kids be
situation.
kids.
Yeah.
But I have been in a situation where like I have a 2-year-old and there's like a 12-year-old who's like being destructive or like being mean to my 2-year-old, and that I'm like, okay, you little shit, where's your mom? Like,
well, and I do think it's all within reason, right? Because remember the story of the kid who came up to you and was like stealing your snacks? Remember that?
I didn't know where they
a few
came
summers
from.
ago.
Yeah,
and like,
and she was young, and she ate all my snacks, which is totally fine. I'm a snack sharer, you know. I'm like, take my snacks. But she was like, do you have this? Do you have this? And then she was digging dirt and like flinging it by the babies. And I was like, can you go dig over there? And she's like, no. I was like,
I think a rule of thumb is you can't like make other parents watch your kids. Like you need to watch them well enough that like other parents aren't taking on the responsibility. Exactly.
Yeah. Do you want to read? Should we read some of the responses?
Yeah, I think some people DM'd us, right?
Yeah, they did. So let's read some DM. Or did you do a question box too?
No, I think people just DM'd us. They're passionate.
Yes, sometimes the bigger the park, the more stressed I am. Oh, they said, I think it depends on the age and who you're with, which is kind of what I said.
And the size of the park. I think I agree with that.
I watch them, but not 100% of the time, and don't follow them around, but mine are older. So, like, yeah, the age. That makes sense. Someone said 100% depends on the age. I watch my 2-year-old, but my 7 and 10-year-old roam free. I think there's a few other ones. But basically, yeah, it's kind of the same, like, depends on their age, depends on who you're with, depends where you are. It's all circumstantial, really.
Yeah, and I do think, like, if you have younger kids as well and the other older kids are kind of being annoying, like, other people's kids, I could see why that's annoying to you as a parent, too, is, like, I don't know, it's tricky. It's a balance because I see both sides, but I think, I think it's good to make sure they're not disrupting others, you know, and playing nicely. Like, that's a big...
Yeah.
And like sometimes I'm like, oh crap, I need to go make sure everything's good.
But also it's good for kids to learn conflict resolution within reason with each other.
Depending on the age too.
That was something that the book, The Anxious Generation, talked about, was basically like the best thing that kids need to learn, how to have their own resolution.
That reminds me, were we gonna like
Yeah, we were going to talk about The Anxious Generation, and then I think you got pregnant and I was moving, and then we never talked about it. But it is a great book, and I really think it's changed my whole like ideology on parenting. It's literally the reason we moved.
Do you think parenting books are one size fits all, or do you think like different parents need different philosophies?
I think you need to read a lot of different parenting books and take what works for you from different ones. Because I've read some where I'm like, I do not resonate with this, but I resonate with like this small part of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I do think in general, like I feel like you and I parent pretty similarly, but I do know that like everyone has a different point of view of how they want to parent, and like I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. So like some things may resonate with you that don't resonate with other people, and I think that's completely fine as well.
And on the flip side too, if you're reading a book and you're like, this doesn't resonate with me, but it may help you understand how your friend is parenting and why they're parenting that way. So it's just like good to have that knowledge, I feel like.
Yeah.
But do I have time to read parenting books?
Yeah.
No.
I've read like 2. I need to...
But I liked The Anxious Generation because it basically talked about how we need to bring our kids back to a 90s childhood, which if you follow me on social media, that's like been my obsession lately. Is I'm like, how can I give my kids a 90s childhood?
And I get why you love that. I mean, that's how we grew up.
Well, and it's the reason we moved. Mm-hmm. Like, we chose a smaller house in a neighborhood with lots of kids and a big backyard because I wanted my kids to have a 90s childhood and not just like be inside all the time.
I love that.
So yeah, it is a great read if you want to go read it.
We actually came up with this idea a few weeks ago when we were going to record, but there was like this trend going around, and I feel like it's still kind of popular, but the song audio over is like, it wasn't supposed to be a love song, but I guess it is now. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of like telling the story of how people met their partners or their spouse or whatever, and like you didn't like know that was going to happen, but obviously it did.
Yeah.
And so we wanted people to write in like their love story, and then we'll share like a little bit about how we met our partners too.
Okay, perfect. We'll make these fast. The first one, Haley chaperoned our first date when we were 14.
Really? Do you know who that is?
It's one of my best friends, and she married my parents' best friend's son. So like basically like a brother to me.
Oh, cute.
So it's so fun, and I did chaperone their first date because they were 14 and I was a senior in high school and I was grounded. And so I had to drive them and my brother and who he was on a date with on their first date. And now they're married and like we're best friends and we're all best friends.
Are you still friends?
Yes, all the time. Like hang out all the time, and our kids love each other, so that's great.
Yeah, good job. Matchmaker.
Mutual, the app. After forgiving him for trying to ditch me after the first date, he quickly felt like home. Everything was easy peasy and was giving green flag after green flag while we dated.
I feel like if there's not a little bit of like
gotta have something
turmoil or like something when he said like, oh, ditching you at the first date, I'm like, there has to be like a little hiccup in the story.
Something.
Yes.
Camden actually, our first date, we were going skiing and then we were gonna go like hot tubbing afterwards, and we agreed to it. We planned it, and then he like texted me a couple days before, and he was like, oh, I actually have, like, I can only go skiing because I have something else afterwards. Come to find out, it was another date with another girl.
Savage.
And I always tease him about this. And I was like so sad because our date went so well. And then I was at dinner with my parents, and I like was like, oh, like I wish he, like, I found out he was on it. And when he was on the date with the other girl, it was at a concert. He ran into my brother and his girlfriend that we were skiing with that day.
You're kidding.
So like it was, and
he's like, hey, dude.
yes, he was like, hey, but I think my brother was, and now it's funny because him and my husband and my brother, they're like business partners, best friends, so it's funny. But no, that was crazy. So I know what that's like, being ditched on your first date.
I also think if it really is the one, you're almost like a little like the fact of it being like, oh, this could be the one makes you a little nervous, so you're kind of like freak out at first. Like, oh,
yeah,
wait.
Yeah, no, for sure. The gym, he was working there and I was working out. He stopped me by asking if I wanted goggles for the tanning bed to protect my beautiful eyes. It was actually the sweetest interaction, and I knew he was the one really fast. Okay, that is so sweet, but I am so unserious that I think if a man came up to me and he was like, you have beautiful eyes, I think I would just start laughing.
That's only if it's a weird guy, though, dude. If it's someone that's like you are attracted to and you think it's cute, you think it's the cutest thing ever. That's the thing, is like when someone you like does something, it's not cringe. It's like the best.
I mean, but I'm obsessed with Camden. I love my husband so much, but when he gives me a compliment like that, I'm like, ugh.
If you had just met him, though, and he's like, you have the most beautiful eyes, do not tell me you would not like that.
You're lying because no one's ever told me that. Just kidding.
You'd say you have the most beautiful teeth.
I need Invisalign so bad.
Really? Your teeth seem straight.
Your teeth move when you're pregnant. Did you know that?
I feel like also a crooked smile is cute. I don't think a perfect.
Really?
I don't like veneers, like a perfect.
You
smile.
don't?
Nah.
Oh, I kind of love the veneer. Like, it's like a toxic trait of mine that I love. I love just like what do they call them? Chiclet teeth. Like, just like perfect.
Really?
White.
Ew.
Yeah.
That is not
sorry.
my vibe. Go to the UK. You'll like that.
Met in Jerusalem on study abroad. Both dating other people, but broke up with significant other before we kissed. No cheating here. Haha.
Oh.
I've actually heard of a lot of people meeting on the Jerusalem study abroad.
Yeah.
It was like because I feel like the London study abroad was like mostly girls went.
Yeah.
This is the school we went to. But like the Jerusalem one, it was like the hot, cool study abroad to go on. Did you do a study abroad?
I did Oxford.
Oh, wow.
I know. Look how smart I am.
I didn't do one.
I'm so glad I did.
Good.
I had to save my own money to do it, though, and I got like a scholarship. And
of course you did. You're amazing. It was worth it. Okay. Was friends with benefits with his best friend when I met him on a trip.
With his best friend?
Wait, was friends with benefits with his best friend when I met him on a trip to Driggs, Idaho in college at 18 years old. We hit it off instantly on the trip, and I told my friends I was really happy that he went to a school an hour and a half away because I'd probably fall in love with him and marry him. LOL. Started dating a month later, wrote off my missionary, and got married as a child bride a year and a half later.
Oh.
So at 19.
Oh, wow. Well, when you know, you know.
When you know, you know. This person said how I met my husband, my best friend lined us up, and how I knew he was the one. On our first date, we drove to Heber to do goat yoga.
Goat yoga. Okay.
On the way, he quoted Holes. The duck may swim on the lake, but my daddy owns the lake, in his best Trout Walker voice, and I was fully in. You know, the movie Holes that she's talking about?
I love that movie.
Wait, did you know when I was in 5th grade, I had a Holes-themed birthday party with CDs of the whole soundtrack. And I can't remember like what else we did at the Holes-themed birthday party, but that's how much I loved it. It was my birthday party theme.
No, actually, though, I love the movie Holes. And we showed our kids it last year, and it's actually so cute. They weren't quite ready for it.
It's kind of scary.
Really?
The rattlesnake scene, when like the rattlesnake bites her, like she...
Yeah, I guess that is a little
him.
scary.
There's some scary scenes, I feel like.
We should like make a list of iconic 90s movies for our kids to watch.
Sandlot.
Number one, Sandlot.
But that's not a 90s movie, but we watched it in the 90s.
Yeah,
that's
what
like
age is that movie? 2000s?
No, Sandlot is like way older.
No way. It's not that old.
What year was Sandlot made, the movie? 1993. Okay. We did do a poll of were you friends first with your husband? 50% said no, 46% said yes, and 4% said friends with benefits.
50-50. That's actually surprising.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people were friends first.
I feel like that's one of the most natural ways, actually. Because I actually think when you're friends first, you see how they act when they're not trying to impress you. You just see how they act normally.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of cute when they try to start to impress you instead of the other way around where you're going on dates and you're like, okay, am I just seeing the best side of you?
True. Love bombing.
Yes.
Yeah, good point.
And then we said, when did you know they were the one? 32% said love at first sight. 14% said within a week. After months, 41%. So you can grow to love someone.
Yeah.
And after years, 14%. After years. They're like, after I was married for 5 years, I knew they were the one.
I do think that, like, a story of, like, years could be like, oh, you met in high school.
That's true.
Then years later you rekindle.
You're right.
That could be a situation. I do feel like, I don't know. I kind of believe in love at first sight, though.
I do too.
I feel like I'm a little bit of, like.
Do you believe in soulmates?
I weirdly do.
I do too. And I know it's like the thing for people to be like, there's no soulmates. Think about it. There's 10 billion people on the earth. There's not just one person for you. I truly think Camden's my soulmate. And I'm not telling you that. No one else would put up with my shit as much as Cam did.
I do think, like, you can obviously make a soulmate. I don't think you have to marry this one exact person. But I think it is, like, the cheesy side of me that I'm, like, I do think, like, when I met Sam, I, like, knew I was going to marry him, like, right away.
My mom always says, choose who you love and love who you choose, too. Like, create your own soulmate in a way. Like,
yeah.
Love who you love. And then, or...
Right.
Like,
choose... What's the saying?
Choose who you love.
Yeah.
And then, like, choose to love them.
Yeah, of course.
Like, always. And not just, like, thinking about, like, what's better or what else is out there.
Yes, of course. Yeah, I think you definitely... Like, but I do feel like the idea of soulmates, which is, like, kind of against, like... Probably what I believe philosophy-wise, but I do actually believe it. I don't know. It just seems real.
We're so cheesy. We're, like, obsessed with their husbands. We're like, soulmates are real.
Soulmates
We're
are
so annoying.
Absolutely real.
You're my friend's soulmate.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I feel like there's those people in your life where you really are meant to connect with. And
yes, I do think that we're supposed to meet and be friends with the people and be with the people that you're supposed to be with. Like, I think that everyone comes into your life for a reason.
Yes, I completely
Which is kind
agree.
of like soulmates.
Yeah, same idea. You made me think of something. Oh, if I were to, like, give advice to someone, like, I know I'm so far from this, so maybe my advice is, like, not applicable. Like, looking to, like, meet their spouse or partner, I do truly think it comes when you're not looking, which is the most annoying advice ever, because it's like, well, that's annoying because I want to be looking. Yeah. But when you, like, focus on yourself and, like, making yourself the best version of yourself and you don't care so much, that's when it happens.
Well, when I tell you how I met my husband, you'll know how true that was for me.
Okay, so let's go into that first. Okay.
Yeah, you share first.
So we met 2014, so it's been, like, a hot minute.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You guys have known each other for more than...
Is that 12 years?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then we dated for 3 years, which is, like, very uncommon for, like, Utah, I feel like.
Yeah.
But I do feel like I knew, like, pretty quickly. It was, like, love at first sight. It was one of those things that's, like, an instant connection. Actually, though, I have to admit, it's kind of embarrassing, but Sam had a girlfriend when I met him.
Yep.
So we were friends first. But it was, like, one of those, and she was, like, a long-distance girlfriend, and so, like, they were kind of already on the outs. I was going to say,
they were on the rocks, right?
I think they were on the outs.
You didn't wreck the home.
No. And it was, like, a high school girlfriend there. They had been on and off, whatever. So I'd, like, hang around with his friends, so I'd get to, like, see him, because I was really close friends with his friends.
Yeah.
And then, like, as soon as they broke up, then, like, we immediately, like, went on our first date, and then we pretty much were together since then.
Didn't you guys, like, go on a trip?
Yeah, we literally went on a trip for our first date.
So fun.
But, like, even before that, like, I think there was just, like, this vibe between us. But you'll have to ask him about this, but I do think I kind of scared him a little bit at first with how, like, deep and intellectual I was compared to other girls, and, like, maybe even confident and, like, being odd. I don't know if odd is the right word. Like, I can't remember.
You were just sure of yourself.
Yeah, we'd go on... we'd ski together, so that's how we were friends. And, like, we'd always go with a group, too. It wasn't just, like, us two alone. But one time I asked him...
If his ex-girlfriend's listening.
Yeah. Honestly, I do feel a little guilty. It was so long ago.
I think everyone's healed.
I think everyone's healed at this point, but, like, you never know. There's always those one...
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I think everyone's fine. But I will say it's pretty savage because one of the friends... I will go back to me being crazy. But one of the friends on the trip... And they had literally just broke up, posted a bunch of pictures of us on Facebook, like, immediately after when Facebook was so cool. Yeah. And I'm like, I'd be pissed. Like, if it's a long-term, like, that would be sad. That'd be hard.
That would be sad. But I also feel like you and Sam were meant to be together. So
we also were pretty young. Like, I think we were like early 20s, like, you know, whatever. But like, I remember I would ask him these deep questions, like, if you could have anything in your life, what would it be? And like, I was like such a like deep person. Like, I had to connect with people on a deep level, like, immediately. And at first I think that kind of scared him. And then he just told me, he's like,
Is Sam that way though? Like, does he like to have like deep intellectual conversations?
He definitely
does.
Yeah, he's definitely that way. But I don't think he'd be the type of person to like ask a girl that of like,
Yeah.
So I think he was surprised that like I was as like, that was my personality, I guess, a little bit.
Okay, but then you guys started dating, and then you were kind of off again for a little bit, right?
No, we did break up once, but it was like 2 years after dating. So we started like immediately dating after that, and then we did break up like right before we got married. We actually took a break, and it was like kind of a long time, like 3 months. And then
a long time. Who caved first?
Okay, this is actually kind of cute. We ran into each other at a gas station in Moab. Like, it was so random, which is not by us. Like, it was like 5 hours away.
After you have been dating for 2 years.
We've been dating for 2 years, but
then you broke up.
We like broke up. Like, it wasn't like, oh, we're kind of still talking. Like, no, it was like we're both moving on with our lives. Like, you know, whatever.
I didn't know it was that big of a deal. I thought it was like kind of just like, let's take a break before we get married because like we need to make sure this is right.
No, like we broke up, and we had like not talked. Like, we didn't like text or anything. It was like a clean breakup. And we ran into each other at a gas station in Moab. He had been on a bike trip, and I was hiking or something with my sisters. And it was like probably 3 months after we broke up. And then he texted me after, like, we ran into each other, and it was like kind of like awkward, but also kind of exciting. It was oh my gosh, we're seeing each other again. And he texted me afterwards, and he's like, hey, it was good to see you, kind of thing. Like, it was like back to square one. So but then we literally got back together and got engaged. We were engaged for 6 weeks and got married. So like, we had already obviously had a long relationship prior to that. And so once we got back together, like, okay, we know we're getting married. It was good for us to completely not be in each other's lives for a little bit and like live on our own, and like that kind of example of like becoming our best self separately. Yeah. And then come back together.
And then when you come back together, you guys knew, like, okay, this is it. Yeah, this is how it's supposed to be.
I think we got back together, and then we got engaged like a couple months after, and we got engaged and married within 6 weeks.
How did you plan a wedding so fast?
Oh, you know me, I'm type A.
Yeah, I was just like, let's go. Never mind. She's like, okay.
I already had a wedding dress. I had gotten a wedding dress when we were dating prior, which is like kind of embarrassing.
I bought my wedding dress when Camden and I were dating for 6 weeks, and I said, well, if I'm not marrying... I said, this is my wedding dress. Whether I marry you or someone else, this is the dress I'm wearing. Because it was on Poshmark for $150.
Mine was also a deal. We love a deal. I went to I don't even know what it was called, a street sale or something. Okay, wait. So that's pretty much the whole love story.
And now you're happily married, 4th kid on the way, and the rest is history.
I will say it was nice we dated for quite a long time, because when we first got married, like, I've heard a lot of people say, like, oh, their first year is like really crazy. Hard. But like, I feel like we had known each other so well at that
and you had been through things. I think a lot of people, especially where we live in Utah, get married so quickly that they don't have enough time to go through hard stuff. Yeah. So then their first year of marriage, when they're actually going through hard things for the first time, it's like, oh my gosh, like, we haven't actually dealt with these things together, and now you're Now you're facing it for the first time, and it really is important to see how someone deals with conflict.
Yeah. Did you and Camden ever fight before getting married?
Not really, but I guess we'll go into my story. So when you said that it really happens, you'll meet the right person when you aren't looking, it's very true, because I met Camden when I had been divorced for 1 week.
Oh my gosh, was it only 1 week? That's crazy.
It was 1 week. So I was married before. If you're staying till the end of the episode, you're getting the real tea. So if you are a real Park Moms listener, and my first marriage lasted 9 months, and it's something that I do not talk a lot about, not because I'm embarrassed or I'm ashamed or like I think there's anything wrong with it. It was a very complicated situation, and I'm going to be weary to give too many details, because I do have a respect for his family and like a little bit of a respect for him, even though I probably shouldn't, honestly. But it was just
but like maybe giving him the space to move on with his life.
Exactly. So like, I don't want to drag his name through the mud, but it was just a toxic relationship. We were not good for each other, and he did a few things that crossed a line that I was like, I'm not going to deal with this my whole life. And truly, I hope he's happy. I hope he's healed. But I had been married for 9 months, was going through a divorce at 21 years old. So I got engaged when I was 19. Yeah. So young. married at 20, divorced at 21. And when I was getting divorced, I was like, I am not going to get married again. Like, I'm not going to get married again. I don't want to do that again. Like, I kind of just want to focus on, like, making a lot of money, which is funny because I was, like, 21 years old, and I was like, I'm going to move to New York. I'm going to work at an advertising agency. Like, that was my plan. Yeah. I was like, I'm just going to go full businesswoman and focus on my career. And then Camden and I both did the advertising program at BYU. And so we had actually been, which is crazy, we had been in the same class all semester. I had never noticed him. It was a small class, probably like 20 people.
Yeah.
It was a small class, but yes, when you're
That's
married.
Good. You're blind, like you were good.
Well, when I was married, I was married.
Right.
I wasn't looking at other people. I wasn't looking around me. I was fully invested on my marriage and actually trying to like fix my marriage and like trying to get through and going through a really hard time. So looking at other boys around me was the last thing on my mind.
Yeah.
So I had never noticed him before, but a week after I'd gotten divorced, he came and like sat next to me. And then we just, like, started talking, and then we went skiing on our first date.
How did he know you were divorced?
It's so funny because before we went on our first date, we actually just, like, hung out, and we were going to do homework together. Like, we kind of met, exchanged each other's numbers because we started talking about skiing, which was another common thing we had. And we were talking about skiing. They were like, yeah, we should go skiing sometime. And I was like, yeah. And he's like, here's my number. And then we, like, talked and, like, texted and Snapchatted a little bit.
Snapchat.
And I literally called my mom after he got my number, and I was like, a boy just got my number, like, this feels so wrong, like, I shouldn't be doing this. My mom was like, it just feels weird, like, I know I was so awkward.
Yeah.
Because, like, even though I wasn't married for very long, like, I was
committed to that relationship, yeah.
And so so when I met Camden, I was just so awkward, and honestly, probably wasn't an ideal time to be jumping into a relationship. Yeah. Like, I was very, like, no, this is not a good time, like, we shouldn't be doing this. Anyways, we hung out. And I was like, I'm not going to tell him I'm going through a divorce or I'm getting divorced. Technically, the divorce hadn't, like, gone through. But because of the situation and different things, which I won't get into too much, it was getting subsidized by the court. Not subsidized, expedited. Honestly, if, like, you're someone that wants to talk to me personally about this, I'll talk to you about it. I'm just trying to be a little bit careful. Anyways, my divorce went through really fast, but when I met Camden, I think it was, like, paperwork was still getting submitted. Yeah. So, like, or it had been submitted, but it was still going through the process. So, like, officially on paper, I wasn't divorced, but we had both signed the divorce papers, and it was going through in, like, 2 weeks. So when I hung out with Camden, I was like, I'm not going to tell him I'm going through a divorce unless I feel like this is could be more than a friendship. Yeah. Because I was like, this could just be a friendship. Because you were kind of friends at first. Yeah. Yes. It was just kind of like, okay, we're both, like, in the advertising program. We're in the same class. Like, so we're meeting up to do, like, a project together. And I just, like, instantly felt like he was the one. Like, I was like, this is crazy. And I'm not like that. Like, I don't fall very hard very fast. And he was like, we were vibing. Like, I just felt really good around him. And then at the end, I was like, shoot, I should probably tell him I'm going through a divorce so that he doesn't find out from someone else. Yeah. Because, like, not to be weird, but we were in Provo and people were talking. Like, people were talking about me getting divorced.
Like, he could have already known.
Oh, yeah. I was in the library once and I heard, like, people talking about my situation, like, behind me.
People loved to gossip.
People loved to gossip. And, like, I get it. There was it was, like, kind of a dramatic thing that happened. And anyways, I didn't want him to find out from someone else. So I was like, hey, like, I have to tell you something. Homeboy thought I was going to tell him I loved him. That's what he said was going through his mind. Camden was like, I thought you were going to profess your love to me. And I was like, so you thought I was crazy. And so he was so nervous. He was like, okay. And I was like, so I'm going through a divorce.
He's like, that shocked me.
He was shocked. He literally, like, bless his heart, he left, and I was like, I'm never seeing that guy again. Like, he didn't not handle it well, but he just said, like, thanks for telling me. And kind of, like, and then that night, I remember I texted him, and I was like, hey, like, I'm so sorry if that was a lot. I shouldn't, like.
You want to be honest.
I just wanted to be honest. And he basically, like, friend-zoned me. Like, he was just kind of, like, which I get. Like, he was scared. He was a 22-year-old guy. Like, he didn't know how to deal with this big, kind of scary thing. And so he kind of friend-zoned me, but then we kept talking. And I think he was more scared of what other people would think. Yeah. Like, he was scared, I think, of what his family would think. And his family is so amazing. And, like, he was going on a trip with his mom and brothers that weekend. And so he talked to his mom. Like, not that weekend. So then we were friends for a couple weeks. Yeah. And then he was just, like, you could tell he was getting feelings for me, but he was kind of, like, just nervous, which I would be nervous too. Like, I get why he was apprehensive. But I guess he talked to his mom and he's like, I like this girl, but like one thing about her is like she's going through a divorce right now, and his mom was basically like, so what? Like,
oh, that's
who cares?
sweet.
Yes, which was so sweet. And like now as a mom, I'm like, that's so great that she was like that, because even though I was the other girl, I think if I had my son come to me and be like, I'm dating a girl, she's going through a divorce, my first thought would be like, well, why?
Yeah.
But she was just like, so what? Who cares? Like,
Aww.
doesn't matter. And a lot of things had happened in his life. Like, he had found out that, like, one of his good family friends had been married before. Like, that kind of, I feel like, made it so it didn't feel like such a big deal when he found out. Anyways. But then as soon as he decided to date me, he felt like he was like, let's do this. He literally, like, 3 weeks in to us dating, he was like, I love you. And I was like, no, you don't. You need to calm down. Like, you're just, like, you're infatuated right now. But then things just, like, happened really fast. And then probably, like, 3 or 4 months into the relationship, he, like, wanted to get married, like, fast. And I thought I wanted to marry him, too. But then I panicked.
Yeah.
I broke up with him because I was like, what am I doing? Like, I think I was just scared of marriage. I was just scared of the same thing happening.
It's a big commitment, too.
It's a big commitment. I was like, I literally just got divorced. I'm 21 years old. Like, what am I doing? So I broke up with him. My dad calls him, right? My dad calls him and he goes, so this is what we're going to do.
Oh, gosh.
And this is
how they have each other's phone numbers?
Oh, yeah. And they're still to this day best friends. But my dad called Camden and said, so she's just freaking out a little bit. So what you're going to do is you're going to ignore her. You're going to ignore her for a couple of days. She's going to text you. She's going to text you. She's going to miss you. Don't give her anything. You just can't give her anything. They literally game planned how to get me to, like, so
smart, though. Like,
I know. And then my dad called,
makes the heart grow fonder.
And then my dad called me and he's like, you're making the biggest mistake of your life. He's like, where are you right now? I'm driving to you. He lives an hour away. He's like, I'm driving to you right now. What are you doing? I'm like, Dad, I'm an adult. Like, I can break up with him if I want to. But I think my parents, which, by the way, my parents met him on our first official date. We went skiing. My parents showed up to our official date. Have I ever told you that?
No.
We were skiing at Deer Valley, and my parents just said, we're here. Like, we're here. Like, where are you guys? And I was like, no. And they found us.
I'm dying.
And they literally, our first date was with me, Camden,
that's kind of sweet,
and
though.
my parents. And I think it's because they were so protective. Obviously, like, they had just seen what I had gone through, and but they said instantly when they met Camden, they were like, he's the one.
Yeah.
Like, and I can't talk about it too much because I'll get emotional. Because I think I'm like, why did I have to go through that really crappy thing of, like, having such a hard marriage for 9 months? I don't think I would appreciate Camden the way that I do. Like, he is truly, like, everything I've ever wanted. And I think I was the girl before that kind of dated the toxic guys. Like, I kind of liked the tox. And that was probably because I was young.
Yeah.
Like, I was 19. But I think, like, I remember even telling my grandpa one time, like, oh, Camden's just, like, so obsessed with me. It's kind of annoying. And he was like, Haley, that's what you want.
Yeah.
Which, like, now that I'm 4 kids in, I do know that's what I want. But when I was young, I was like, oh, he's, like, likes me too much, which is so annoying.
Yeah.
But I don't think if I went through what I went through, I would appreciate and love him. I mean, I don't know. But I think that's kind of how I justify it, is, like, I know now, like, what a real marriage and love looks like. And I kind of had to take the scenic route to get there. And really, it's not that big of a deal. And I do think that, like, there's a time and a place for divorce. And I'm so happy that I did it.
Yeah.
So happy. Genuinely hope homeboy over here is happy and that he is, like, living his best life. Don't know anything about him. But anyways, my story is a little complicated. Like,
yeah.
And I'll talk about it with anyone. If you have questions, like, you can DM me and ask.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's our story. And now it really doesn't even feel like a part of my life. It feels like something I went through, and it doesn't feel like it's something that defines me. Like, I will go. And I actually saw Maddie Murphy on the Bad podcast talk about this. She said that her and her friends were talking about, like, what's the worst breakup you've ever had? And she was talking about breakups, and then someone was like, what about your divorce? And she was like, I genuinely forgot.
Yeah.
Like, I forgot. And, like, literally a year will go by, and I'll be like, oh, yeah, remember that one time I was
It's like a blip
before?
in your life, and it was, like, meant to happen to get to where you are now.
Like, yes, we were married, but it almost felt like it was more like a boyfriend or relationship than an actual marriage, because we were just so young and so naive, and it was so toxic.
Well, it's true for you then. It wasn't supposed to be a love song, but it is now with Camden in the advertising program. No, it is honestly so fun to hear people's love stories. And, like, obviously your relationship changes a lot when you have kids. You've been married a long time. But it's, like, so special to, like, kind of remember those initial moments and also just, like, bring that through your whole marriage. And, like, it's so sweet to hear, like, you just appreciate him so much. And I think like sometimes as moms, you like need that reminder of like, okay, we're in this together. We're like each other's people. And like, we're so lucky to have that.
Have you seen the reel where it's like, right now it's, but again, it will be like you and me or something. And it's basically saying like, this is hard. Like what we're going through right now, like maintaining a marriage with little kids is so hard because it's so much just like, even just logistical, like, hey, can you get the kids from this? Yeah. Can you make breakfast? Did you do this? Did you take out the trash?
Keeping score.
Yeah, keeping score. There's so many things. Like, at the end of the day, the kids are going to grow up, and it's going to be you and them.
Yeah.
And, like, it will be us again. And I just, like, I say that to Camden all the time. I'm like, it will be us again. Like,
yeah.
We will get there again. But, like, yeah, I think we should do a whole episode, actually, on, like, maintaining and like tips on having a healthy marriage when you are in the quote unquote thick of it with little kids.
Yes, we should. I almost thought about asking that as a question box and I didn't, but I think like little tips that make a big difference because you don't have a ton of time, but if you can do little things to invest.
And we are not experts.
No.
Like we're not saying we're experts on this.
But if you can do those little things to invest, I think the time when it's just you again, like will be even better because you maintain that relationship. And I truly believe that like one of the best things you can do for your kids is like have a good relationship for them. Like I actually think that raises kids better than like anything else is like the respect that you have for each other and the way you like treat each other.
Well, it was so funny. This is the last thing I'll say. The other day, Elsie, our oldest, she's 6. My husband Camden was like, I love your mom like more than anyone. And she was like, more than me? She's bawling. She's like, more than me? Like you love mom more than me? And he's like, I love you so much, but like mom is my person. I love her more than everyone. And it was making her so emotional. But I hope that that's something that she actually remembers as being like, I mean, she's just an emotional little girl. But like, I hope that's something that she remembers when she gets older is like, mom was dad's like number one love. Like, and at first when he was saying that, I was like, don't say that. Like, you're going to make her sad. But then I was like, no, I think it's good. Yeah. For kids to see that their parents love each other.
I completely agree. Okay, well, thanks for listening tonight, guys.
We got all
deep
over
real
today.
quick.
No, we went deep. We talked about a lot of things.
But yeah, it just shows we haven't recorded in a while.
Yeah.
So anyways, thanks for listening. Have a great night.
And we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.